What's going on, guys? The video you're about to watch is a branding consultation I did with Douglas. Douglas is starting his brand Foreign Kid, and this brand has been on the back of his mind for a few years now, and he needs some ideas in order to get this thing going. I hope you enjoy this video because there's a lot of valuable information in it, and stick through the end because I know it'll be 100% worth it. Thank you.
Came to look for you because I've been seeing your work and I want to get some professional advice, you know, to the brand. I got some ideas in my head, but I'm not 100% focused on it.
Yeah.
You know, because we've seen so much information out there, then you kind of get lost a little bit.
Right.
You know, and just want to see what you can add to it, obviously. You know, like kind of like, okay, you can take this way, take that way.
Yeah.
You know, because the brand we talked about already a little bit before, and I don't know which area or direction I'm 100% want to go.
Right.
You know, I know I want to start doing some like garments, you know, do some different swags and stuff, accessories to begin with, and see where it goes, I guess.
Right.
You know,
Where, like, I guess I see you have like the shirts and stuff and like the stickers. So what's like your, like, what do you want to be? Are you trying to be like an apparel brand? What do you want to be?
yeah, like that's in the beginning. That's the first way I started doing amateur videos, you know, and that's what I named like the channel, Foreign Kid Production.
Yeah.
But
Video about what?
I was doing about cars, you know what I mean? But I think that's it's a big market, obviously, but I don't want to be completely estranged. Is that right? The right word? Like,
Yeah,
just
you
on
don't want to
that.
be stuck in the
Yeah, all in the car. Yeah, on the car industry. You know what I mean? Like to make some cultures. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it comes down to like, whenever it comes to apparel, there's a million apparels out there nowadays. Everybody and their mom are like doing shirts, like printing shirts. But when it comes to like winning in that area, it just how much value are you bringing to like the people wearing your clothes, right? So you can either do this in two ways. You can either spend a bunch of money in marketing, right, and really get like your message out there. Like, this is what Foreign Kid is. This is what Foreign Kid is all about. We represent this. These people right here, this is our message. And for you to get that out there where you're gonna start making money, you're gonna have to really put money into marketing. Things like, you know, like advertising, obviously like a good branding, a really nice website, some like really good designs, you know, like I like your logo, but you would have to, like, for you to stand out, you have to do something like extraordinary.
Yeah.
You know? There's that way. That way you can bring value. So whenever somebody sees that commercial or the advertisement for your brand, they're like, all right, this is 100% what I'm buying into. Because when you like do a really bad job at marketing and then try to sell,
It's not gonna sell.
it's not going to sell because it's going to bring confusion in people's mind.
Yeah.
Right? Am I buying Foreign Kid because I'm a car guy and I'm behind that? Am I buying Foreign Kid because I'm an immigrant and I'm behind that? Am I buying Foreign Kid because I like Douglas?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy and like
Personality and stuff.
Yeah, personality. So when you don't do a really good job in marketing and spend like a lot of money in that, then there's confusion and there's not a lot of people that are going to buy into that. Because every time you come across something and you're scrolling through your phone and you're like, what the hell is this guy trying to sell?
Yeah.
You're not going to buy it, right? But something that like
The message doesn't catch you.
Yeah, but like when you think of like brands like Supreme, you know, like companies like that like, you know 100% what you're buying. When they might sell it, they'll sell you bricks, right?
Well, yeah.
But you pay $200 for the brick because
It's
it's
Supreme. Right on, yeah.
I know what Supreme means, not only to me, but to the people that I'm around. So there's no confusion there. So that's why it's so easy for you to sell like a
whatever
cup,
it is, yeah.
to sell, you put it on a brick, you put it on a tool, you put it on whatever. That's what their brand is. The other way to doing it is also, the other way to bringing value would also be you just simply creating value for those people. How do you do that? Well, then that's how we can talk about more of like what you want to do and how you want to bring value to people. So then they're like, I'm buying Foreign Kid because I'm 100% behind whatever it is, the value that you're bringing to them, whether that be like bringing entertainment, right, which is the biggest form that you could do. Like, who doesn't want to be entertained today, right?
Everyone,
That's the biggest industry that there is, entertainment.
Yeah.
So you either entertain them by being yourself, entertain them by showing your community around you, that be like your car friends, and like giving them really good videos that they're gonna watch like on a regular, you know, on their day-to-day life, and then they're entertained by that. And then once again, that's gonna bring them no confusion. They're gonna be clear that whenever you launch something, they're gonna be like, all right, this guy entertains me every single day. Like, I'm watching his videos, I can watch it for hours, or I can watch him talk for hours, or he's just this amazing guy that I follow, right? And I'm 100% like, when I see Douglas, I see myself. So that's why I wanna represent him, and that's why I wanna support whatever he's doing. That's really powerful, because then you have like guys like, you know who like Casey Neistat is?
No.
He's like a YouTuber, like lifestyle YouTubers.
Is that guy that makes like crazy like contests online and like?
No, he's one of like the older YouTubers. He like started with like vlogging. He's pretty much one of the guys who started with the idea of like vlogging every day, and pretty much like he's just like documenting his day-to-day life, but in a way that's entertaining. And the fact that he's able to influence people by just showing his day-to-day life, like going to get mail, going to the post office, going to get a pizza, going to do this. Like, people are just there, not because he's bringing them like education on anything. Like, he's not teaching them anything.
Just showing his life.
Showing his life. And so like people look at it, oh, I go to get pizza too. Oh, I go to get mail too. Oh, I have a wife and kids too, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a job as well. So whenever someone watches that, then they're like, all right, this guy can influence me in my day-to-day life. Because whenever you watch, like for instance, whenever you watch it,
you get motivation on it.
Yeah. Whenever you get like educational content, like someone's teaching you, like if you watch a guy that's like teaching you how to work on cars, and he goes out and tries to sell you a T-shirt, right? Something that's in your day-to-day life, it's a lot less likely that you'll buy something from him than somebody that you see yourself in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then it just comes down to like, how do you want to bring value? Do you want to bring education? Do you want to bring entertainment? Which is pretty much the two biggest things right now, you know, entertainment and education. And then there's also like ideas, which is like guys that go and like make content and like bring it also entertainment, but like through ideas, like, oh, I'm gonna jump off an airplane like with, I don't know, like something crazy, you know, I'm gonna jump into a pool of sharks or whatever. Like, then that's also entertainment, but that's through like ideas. They're not presenting their life, and they're not teaching you anything.
Challenges and contests, whatever.
Yeah. Right? So then it just comes down to like, what do you want to do? Because I know that for you it will be a lot, I wouldn't say easier, because none of those shoes are easy. Because you don't have $1 million to spend on marketing for you to like make really good money off T-shirts, which is I know what you would want to do eventually. Like, you want to be able to like sell it, so a lot of people can represent what you're all about.
Yeah.
And then the other hand too, like providing value will be really hard, but I think that long term it'll be
worth it.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, because that's. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
But that's what I'm kind of was thinking. You know what I mean? Because you can do as like foreign.
Yeah.
You can bring a lot of value to other people, like, you know, just being creative on it. Like, we can mix and match, like, with the entertainment, but like more value to it to try to pass a message. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because we all came from immigrants. Right. Obviously, you know, everybody's foreign, regardless. At the end of the day, when we're all the same. Right. I mean, it doesn't matter your color, your status in life, whatever. Right. We're just humans. Yeah. You know, and came like. That's a good, like, I think it's a good, like, what is that called? Thing to be focused on, I believe. You know what I mean? Like, how to make this work, like, through this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, to create, like, this, because I was gonna do a commercial, but I was like, it's hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Come up with the whole idea, like, to launch the brand and everything, but, like, do, like, different, what I was thinking is, like, doing, like a Japanese person, like, or like a dark-skinned person, and all the races at once, and like, you know, like somehow unite in the same spot, like, you know, something like that. It was like just creating, like, oh, okay, it's like we gravitates toward that because we're all came from somebody that's originally not from here, obviously, or like whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, but then it comes to the idea of like, what do you want people to see Foreign Kid as? Because everybody's gonna have, because listen, the goal of branding is actually for us to create a story, right?
but when different people read the story, they're going to interpret that. So the first thing is like branding is not actually what we tell people, right? It's not us writing like your message, like Foreign Kid is about being an immigrant, right? I might see Foreign Kid and I might just think like, maybe I'm not an immigrant, but maybe like I'm just a misfit in my group, right? Maybe like everybody else is like, I feel like I'm like from another world because like my ideas are always different. So people are gonna interpret it different ways, right? So that's what branding really is. It's like us doing the best job of like creating this message, right? And then so we can reach like, so there can be a lot more people thinking the same thing about our brand, but at the end of the day, like the world is going to determine what Foreign Kid is.
True.
You know, because like the same way with Supreme, like I'm sure that like it wasn't premeditated that like the people who created Supreme were like, this is gonna be like really hyped up, like, you know, people are gonna pay like thousands of dollars for a t-shirt. I'm sure that wasn't their initial message, but like the world took it and it was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna do to it. So it's just a matter of us like preparing the right message of what is Foreign Kid, and then people will interpret what it is. And then it'll define how much it means to them, you know? But I think since it starts with you, I think that it's really important that you determine like what it means to you, right? You gotta really like think, like, is this something that I'm just doing it as a hobby? Or is this something that I really
want to
take seriously, you know, for the next 10 years? Level. And both of those things are fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with either of those. But it's just a matter of you understanding that from the start. Like, what does it mean to you? And then it comes to, also a lot of it has to do with like, what do you think is your, like, does it have anything to do with what you want to do with your career, with your, like, with what you think your calling is, you know, in the world? Because like, you know, you might think like, for instance, my calling is to help businesses, right? People that want to start businesses. There's a lot of people with that calling, but we have different careers. My career is to like help you with the branding, you know, help people
receive that better nowadays,
right? And have like marketing and do the marketing behind the business and be able to help them grow their business that way. Some people might think, all right, how am I going to help people develop and grow their business? I'm going to be like a lifestyle coach or something, right? So there's different careers in that. But I think first you need to like find out like what is my calling, you know? Why do I want Foreign Kid? Do I want to impact, you know, like do I want to impact people and make them part of a culture that has a brand, you know, in front of it, right?
That could be something like, because you can bring a big group together like that. I mean, like, because we see like if you compare myself, you know what I mean? It's like. Everything's possible for everyone, obviously. I mean, just because your barrier of your culture, your nationality, you know, like it can prove that it's like, hey, you can go anywhere in the world. You know what I mean? Like make friends and try different things, you know what I mean, in life, like different experience, and show people that's, you know, at the end of the day, that's all it's about. I mean, like you kind of like can break out of your habits of like, oh, I'm not gonna try this because blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's like we only live once. Well, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like I said, anything's possible. Whether you want to take this and like in 10 years from now, you look back and say like, wow, this is like huge. Like there's a million people, you know, thousands of people wearing my brand right now. And like they really get the message that we set out for it to be, like, which is like creating a community of people that, you know, feel foreign.
Yeah, and they feel like also like you're saying, like, oh, like what's it called? Oddball. Like, oh, I don't fit here, but like we can fit here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And then in terms, I think that what's really important for you would be to really sit down and think like, how can you provide value to those people right now? How can you reach out to people like, you know, that you consider that you want to be part of of this community and impact them in a way before you sell them something? Right? How can you like continually be there for them and like provide so much value that when you sell a t-shirt, it's like, it's subconsciously like they see you sell it, it's like, all right, for sure I'm gonna get that. It's not even like, oh, do I have the money to? Do I not have the money to? Do I want to spend $50 or whatever it is that you want a t-shirt? It's like, no, like I'm getting this because like I'm part of this community already, and this is just like a stamp for me, you know,
to represent.
So that's the important thing. So that's like you have to sit down and think like, how can I bring value to these people right now? And then that's a process that you just have to like figure out.
Figure it out in my own.
Yeah, in your own head. And I can definitely like help you with that too. Like if you really think about, we were talking about that the other day, which is like, what are the things that are unique to you, right? What are the things that you have access to that nobody else has, right? And the reason I say this is because like, think of something that can't be replicated, right? Think of something that you have
Cannot be replicated.
that can't be replicated, that only Douglas has, right? And maybe there might be one or a few people out there in the world that have it, but they also don't want to like build a foreign kid as a brand, right? So think of like, for instance, for me, I have a gift of creativity. I can, I like editing videos. I have graphic design skills. Not everybody has all these things together, So I'm going to use this to my advantage to be able to help businesses, right? Because I think that, if I have these skills and I like doing these things, I'm going to perfect it every day. And the only thing that's what's going to set me apart from all other businesses.
To make you stand out.
Yeah, to make me stand out. Because like, all right, cool, you can make a really good website, but can you also do a really good video, or do you have to outsource it somewhere else?
Yeah.
Right? So this is like my advantage, for me to be able to bring these things to the table. So that's what's up to you to find out. Like, once you find out your calling, find out what is something that you like doing, like something that you have access to. That might be, TJ, I really like talking with my group of friends, hanging out with my group of friends every weekend and doing things and like just being in this community of people that are foreign and like doing crazy things. Cool, document that. Entertain people with whatever you guys are doing. Like whether it's like you guys going on the beach or like spending a day going somewhere, or I don't know, you guys go to a car meet or something. Like entertain people with that, because there's not a lot of people out there that have access to that.
Yeah, to see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think that there's a lot of potential in foreign kids.
Right. That's what I've been thinking. Like I've been going like, it could be like a life changing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just don't want to be another T-shirt or apparel business or whatever like out there. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you can get anywhere in the world.
Right.
Like to make the difference. Because I was reading something about like the T-shirt business is like, I think it's like $181 billion with like now the network. So there's a lot of money to be made there. Besides the money, obviously, I don't know. Going back like since I was like 16, I guess. When I started school, I was always drawing. So I did design, did like a couple years of design, and then I came here. Never finished. But back in the day, like I was like, oh, one day I want to get a surf brand or a skateboard brand.
Yeah.
So as the time went by, life got in the way, and now it's like this came around, and I was like, oh, maybe this could be the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 30 years later, whatever.
Yeah.
You never know.
I believe it.
You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of even like working for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how it is.
Yeah. No, of course. And I think that there's a potential. I definitely think you can do it. You have the right skills for it. You have the right mindset for it. You know how to run a business. You did that. That's
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Living and learning.
Yeah, but that's important. Like knowing.
I see behind the curtains.
Yeah, like that in the business, it's more than just like the front of the store.
Yeah.
Right. You know that there's books,
yeah,
bookkeeping. You know that there's expenses.
Yeah, behind the curtain things and.
Right. So you know how to prepare yourself so you can be like you can do well, which is really important. But yeah, I think that, like I said, it's true routes. I think that the best one for you is like find out how you can bring value to the people that you want to wear a foreign kid.
Yeah. And
begin doing that like today. Like sit down and write the things that that you think like, man, like, because you feel like you're part of that too. Like starting from you.
Yeah.
So what's something that you could sit down and feel like you're being brought value to? What's something that you would like to see out there that's not already out there? And then start doing that yourself. And I think the people will show up because there's definitely a lot of people that will relate to.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta sit down, take the time, because we got caught up in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
And leaving the stuff behind. But
yeah, if you were to look at like all the brands that you could see yourself comparing yourself to in in the future, like if you were to look at like 5 years from now, if you were to say like, what if Foreign Kid was like in the same level of like Supreme and all these other guys, like, you gotta think, how can I get there, right? How did those guys do it, right? A lot of times they try to like be super innovative and try to think, oh, how am I gonna make this one
super out of the box
different? Yeah. But the reason all those brands worked is because they're doing something right.
Yeah.
Right? The reason Supreme works because they brought a community of like skaters, and it started that way, right? So community backed it up, and then now like the whole world, it doesn't matter if you're a skater or not, like you're rocking Supreme. And so, and then you compare itself to like other just standard brands that like may not have lasted, right? I can't even think of names because they have lasted, but you see a lot of t-shirt brands nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Right, a lot of them. And then you think, all right, do I want to just sell t-shirts, or do I want to really work on like bringing value and sending the right message out there to the people? Because that's going to last a long time. You know, that's the difference between a brand that's the difference between you making some decent side money, right, off like selling these shirts for the next couple of years, and then it slowly dies off because because it was a trend and people forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then versus you building value and community, and then it might take 5 years for you to get to the number you want, but from there on it's just building on top of that.
Yeah.
I think that's what will make you different.